Otaku Man here. So this is a what if, I guess. What if Deku had all for one? Yes, Deku is going to have all for one, and the episode name is going to be how broken boy was born. How a broken boy was born. Yes, that's it. Izuku Yagi was a boy who everyone loved. He's kind, caring, he's cute, he's everything that you want, and you should not betray his trust, right? No. Izuku Yagi was a broken and traumatized boy. A boy who lived behind fake smiles. A boy who begged for help. A boy who wanted to live one thing, to be a hero. Just how he reached this stage. See for yourself. We see we see Zukuyage and his sister Izumiyage with their mother, the number 7 hero, Magneta. I think that it should be fine. Magneta should be fine. Who cares? Magneta, fucking Magneta, yes. Magneta. At the cook doctor. Ready. Ready to see what might you get, what could you get? Could this be start adventure? Could this be start of adventure? Start or a start of a hell? Hello, Miss Tiagi. I have come back with I have the result of your children. I got a good news and the bad news. It's not so Inko has her hands on her chin and nervous about answering. This is the bad news, please. Right. Sorry, kid. This is not gonna happen. Those words. Izuku dropped all my straw on the floor while both Izumi and Inko looked confused and mid-shock. Oh dear. So you really think there's something wrong with them? Most of the other kids in the kindergarten has begun to show sign already. My record says that you're a fourth generation cook user. What power do the boy's father have? Nothing too special. I can float small object toward me, and my husband can stockpile energy and use it to enhance his physical trait. Izuku should have already manifested one of these four, or a combination of both. After viewing his X-ray, I don't think he's going to. You see, when superpower first began to appear, there were many research studies conducted, and doctors discovered a link between bones and a person's foot, and their likelihood of a developed export. People with power have only one joint in their pinky toes. Their bodies have evolved into more similar version of human form. You can see that there Izuku had a two joint in his pinky, like roughly 20% population these days. Based on the research that available, it's safe to say that your son is going to develop a core. Oh, Inko said. Both Inko and Izumi stared at Izuku with a pity before Inko spoke again. And good news? Your daughter Izumi, she can stockpile any sort of energy into her body and output the energy like a blast. So, as for enhancing her body, it's called shock. Oh, wow, you hear that, Suji? You can be just like All Might. Yay! Izumi said. Just a normal thought. Inko then picked her up and started to praise with happiness, leaving Izuku all alone, ignored, already forgotten. At home. At home awaits a very impatient and eager Toshinori Yagi, waiting for his wife and two kids to come home to reveal their quirk. In reality, he was the number one hero all night, which both of his kids looked up immensely. Thought they don't know that seeing that his family, he saw no reason for him to mix his hero work with his personal life, thinking as it's a different life. He had a click on the door and three figure emerged for the hallway. Izuku and Izumi is showing Inko, Izuku, Izumi Yage, with Inko picking up Izumi while Izuku behind her looking upset. Well, how did it go? Well, Izuku is quirkless as shown as he has a weak body, and but Izumi has a type called soft hardcore. While this happened, Izuku stopped there looking at his two parents, praised and hugged Izumi for her awesome growth while he pushed away from them. Why was this happening? Did he do something wrong? Can he fix it? What did he do? This question filled his mind nearly his whole life as this was the environment the force shared. Izuku to be the type of hero that can not only save people but make everyone equal in some way, yet no matter how hard he tried, he always got pushed down, looked down upon as like weakening of a sword, a pebble in a way, as you are about to see why. At school, everybody mocked and avoided him as if he was a disease that they didn't want to get. The other kid looked down upon him and made sternly remarks about his quirklessness. Was the only reason that being treated like this. He is an outcast. He is quirkless for his age. Izuku was a very strong boy with keen intelligence and immense strong sense of justice. He will literally throw his life away to save other person's life, but his friends don't like this one a bit. He sat at the bench with a homemade meal for a reason that Inko completely forgot about him and instead focused on using more than himself. He let teardrops in his eye as he ate his sandwich before four shadowy figures running over him. He looked up and saw his four best friends, Izumi, Kaka, and Shota. Through Shota stood back with her friend in her lowered. For some reason his friends had completely ignored him, would just walk away from him blank face without as much as a glare. So seeing them here brightened his day. Hey brother, do you still want to be hero, huh? Yes, of course. He soon got cut off as a blast hit his face, forcing him against the wall, with his face burned and bruised. While tearful, he looked up and saw Katsuki deliver the explosive, drawing a huge smug smile, looking down at him. Don't even try, deku. Shoto said, you will never be a hero. Shota said, yeah, you heard that, Izuku. You will never be a hero, so just do yourself a favor. Except Shota, they all activate their quota, intimidating him as don't be a hero. They didn't lunge. They lunged at him as if faced with pain and pain. Like I said before, this was the environment that forsated Izuku's desire to be a hero. Yet no matter how hard he tried, Izumi and her friends would always try to be there and torment him just for even uttering the word hero. Izuku's parents only looked if it was playing rough, not an actual bullying, yet either way their attention was placed on Izumi, who had their eyes was a nice symbol of peace. Yoshinori had told Izumi his secret about him being All Might, one for all, planning to train her at the young age, calling her a prodigy. As for Izuku, he didn't know about this, as his parents didn't see a reason he needed to, so that he didn't stop them from ignoring him and focus on more Izumi. Thanks to being kept in the out to the road and a brilliant mind with limitless potential, as he didn't have anything else to do that. You might be thinking that any child would give up, right? No, not Izuku. This is the only field his desire to be hero without a quirk, to always smile no matter what, even faced with death. Time skip when he stands. Now we see a band middle of the bandage of Izuku with a fake smile appearing on his face. Somehow things gotten worse for him. Izumi and her friend had just been beating him for no reason, and his parents don't even see him at all. They don't even glance at him or at his injuries. Usually he and Izumi would walk home together, but Izuku walk alone. He can once he can see when his sister is distracted during the constant year of torturing. Izuku had grown accustomed. Izuku had fallen into the depressing state, meaning he doesn't eat no matter how hard. He doesn't eat no matter how hard he tries. He often wake up at random part of the day, creating bandage and bangs under his eyes. Overall, felt worthlessness. This is Tanketsu immense fear of his sister and friend. He is afraid what they would do to him, what they will say, what they will thought. Even though he still carried on with a smile, just like All Might, his idol. Even he doesn't have a choice. He doesn't change the fact that he will be a hero. His smile quickly faded. He heard rumbling. He soon a loud crash came down, falling with a massive shockwave, breaking the window around him. And he usually goes to the route as he walked alone without his sister. It was a very peaceful neighborhood where a villain attack would rarely happen. Soon as he had screaming, as civilians started to evacuate the scene, more and more heroes and police arrived at the scene, widening his eyes. He was about to remember hearing familiar voice. He would end here, all for one, now all for one said. All Might, what a pleasant surprise. I see you found my hideout. How annoying. All Might? Wait, who is that? Curiosity took control as he ran toward the battlefield, waiting to see what is going on, seeing a safe forward as he saw All Might and a mysterious figure with a suit and a white hair. Behind him was a few high-tier villains that is supposed to be hideout. Izuku widened his eye, took look at the villain, recognized some of them, but not all of them. Such a tall figure, with red hair and white eyes. And shit, I'm making a mistake here literally. With red hair and white eye. As well as the leader guy, he quickly look out his notebook and write down quickly, escaping of a villain. He looked toward All Might to see him not smiling, but he is always smiling. Then again, I'm glad you finally came to face with you. After all, what you have done, teach. You mean talking out your despicable followers? Once I have defeated you, I will avenge all the death of you have had. Really? What about her head? All Might then took off toward All for One as his follower, who got a point, also one charged toward him. You will pay for disrespecting my master. Master All Might. You will pay disrespecting my master All Might. If figure turned his body into sword, to which All Might managed to dodge, all about radiating with zooming figure coming out, knocking him unconscious. In his head while he covered, Izuku scanned him, found out he is an old, scant-looking man, yet very fast. Gran Torino. Not today, hotshot. Master. Izuku said, Master. All for One, said Shimura's friend. Then a large purple beast emerged. What about to attack Almighty before being punched directly into the face by All Might, sending him back. Then a winged villain emerged to the sky, took and looked to have a bomb in his belt, dropping them. All Might quickly delivered a Texas smash, radiating them to stay in the building. A man then emerged from the shadow, grabbed All Might by the back, and while Gran Torino, fuck's sake, words are slipping out of my mind. Gran Torino took a look at the sky to deal with the wing villain. Let go, All Might said. He then punched the villain by the stomach, but instead he got aborted. The man suddenly started to go insane, hitting Izuku like a truck. The bomb was suicide. The bomb was suicide. He can inflate his body, turning his organs into explosive device. Once he done, he exploded through his still perfect shape. All Might then spun his body around the villain suicide, letting go from the wind pressure, and threw him toward All For One, whose side stepped out of the way, making the suicide explode near a by building. Two other villains charged toward him but got knocked out by the Gran Torino, who got finished with the winged villain, raiding with them unconscious. Remaining them got unconscious. The giant villain was with a beside All For One, charged toward All Might and Gran Torino with a pure rage, pulling his fist back, with All Might doing same, letting out a monstrous punch which collided with All Might, creating a massive shockwave, ejecting, shredding toward the nearby window. Still interact with. After the smoke disappears, a figure shadow plunges onto the first for the dear life while whipping for the floor. Izuku honestly felt bad for the villain, having flashback when he was bullied, beating him into a club almost when he could die. What was he doing? Why did he come here to see a fight that he obviously hostage in? Suddenly a loud crash was heard beside him, making him freeze in pure fear. A look beside saw he all for one with Izuku staring right at him, and in a crash started to form by All Might, and he froze as he wait. Hi, hello child. Mm, Hello child. Might I ask what you're doing here? Observing by the group, he got cut up by the head, got knocked him unconscious. Is that so? Then back. After a few hours, Izuku finally gained consciousness. He felt an incredible pain in his head, holding his suppose as he held on well, as he grabbed his bag and back to bandage the wound. After a few minutes, he finished. He was able to walk once again, as his vision was blurry. He is made out his surroundings. He was surrounded by bricks and stone and liquid, probably from his own blood. I'm gonna pause here for a moment. Is it on? Yep. Now, where was I left off? Where the fuck is the script? Where the fuck is the script? Yep, that's it. Stumbling, he managed to get out of the building, and he reminder of the neighborhood that he loved. His legs suddenly gave out as he landed on something soft. All he see was a little black and red black, while feeling something cold in his finger. After processing fucking sake the information, he panicked and apologized. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just I'm sorry. Finally, he regained some form of sight as he looked down to see in his spine. He emerged and seeing that he was in front of a dead body, with all he had smashed in his eye wide in shock as his body closed with hand cover. Blood, not being able to handle it through whatever it could, still in shock. He quickly grabbed the bandage and booked it outside, still processing what he saw. And that was the last of his problem. And now this is I guarantee. Should I go to chapter 2 also? Who cares? Chapter 2. A light in my void. Blood, gore, villain, all might. That's all Izuku could see. That's all he was supposed to see. He was currently at his dream and where it had happened. Suddenly he had grabbed his face, the head of a dead man. No matter how hard he tried to couldn't pray it off the grip. He only got tighter until blur, 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 blur. He jolted up with his body covering sweat, shaking tears, clearing his eye, looking around. He looking around his pants and put his near his chest, trying to regain his composure. It happened again. After a few minutes, he got out of the bed with a little still playing in his mind, walking to the shower. He turned on, undressed, his steps sitting on the shower floor, still trying to calm himself down. After the incident, he never forgot it. The day the villain died and he touched him. How could he never forget it? Those slurs into his mind, yet he still keeps his smile, his broken smile. This is what all Might would do. Smile to hide the fear, the pain yourself. After a few minutes he got out and put his pants and looking at himself in the mirror. He looked in disgust at all the burns, scars, bruises, etc. All this from bullying, especially his sister. If he can even call her that, how could she? She and the rest have done. How could he forgive her? I said, fuck sake. How could he? She and the rest have done nothing but inflict pain onto him just for exciting. They saw he want him to stop being a hero or else, yet he knows the truth as they bully him always, and his parents don't even look at him, focus him to live in a good old world. That's how the world works. If you're weak, you're weak and everybody laugh at you. If you're strong, yet everything you could ask for, a friend, loving parents, anything you want is yours. Signed to himself and speak. What a cruel world. For that, no one can help him. They just view him as a deku, the coatless freak, shaking his head and smile wide as he does for the day. Smile as he did. First, smile. Second, be ignored. Third, don't eat. Get bullied by Izumi. Class. Get bullied by Izumi again. Don't eat. Get bullied by Izumi again. Class. Get bullied by Izumi again. Walk with Izumi back home in silence. Be ignored. Finally, eat. Fix his wound. Be ignored. Smile. Sleep. 10 years. Izuku has done all this for 10 hellish years. Just could be a hero like All Might, someone who has a place in the world. Going down to the stairs, sit on the couch, turning on the TV while he overheard his family at the table talking about UA and Izumi is going to train there. UA. That's the place where he wants to go, where All Might went to be a hero. He is today the greatest hero school in the world, yet a poor place Ranto wants to go to. Nobody who wanted to support him. Putting on another fake smile, he grabbed his bag, went with Izumi, something that he really did not want it to do. If you don't know, He's scared to death of Izumi, and the last thing he wants to do is to walk with her after she done to him. They usually walk in silence, with Izuku always slowing down a panic attack, and often fidget from being too close to her. He gotten pretty good at hiding all these small panic attacks. True, if it was a big one, then he can control it, and after his bullying session, he would go to the bathroom and have it there. Izumi didn't notice. She thought she didn't have the delicacy to talk or touch him, and would only to save him the school. In her point of view, she was doing the right thing in protecting her brother, seeing her the responsibility to protect, even if means hurting him, is a sacrifice she has to take. Suddenly, a loud bang could be heard as they both looked up and saw a fighting going on. Izuku immediately brightened up and see the close, while Izumi scowled in anger. Even after all these years, still smiles and still want to be hero even without his good looks. Even his good looks, idiot. Izumi said. Izuku then moved his way through the crowd. See, there is a giant villain causing damage, while the hero just armor on the scene, while Izumi stayed back immensely annoyed at her brother's antics. The villain then hit the structure, causing it to fall on the ground, with the dead arm coming to rescue and catching it with his strength and enhancing type 4. Oh nice, way to go, that arms. Civilian too. The punching hero, I wish I had a skill that made me super strong. Wow, I really wish I had this skill. Suddenly, water sport from the hero. Water sport from the hero specialized in black drug, who was formed then ahead of a civilian. Everyone stay back, please. This area is far too dangerous. Whoa, rescue specialist, Black drug is here. He'll make sure we are okay. This guy must be desperate to go full monster in the middle of the city. Do you know what happened? Some small he's trying to steal someone's bag. With a quirk like that, he's just a filthy thief. I got held up. Train is about. I got held up. Train out. Another villain. I'm sure I'm gonna make to the office. Suddenly, hero Kamui would enter the scene like a ninja. Fangirl one. Nirma, Mr. Kamui, we are your biggest fan. Get away from me, rah, or I'll break your train back. This is gonna be good. The villain then swiped his hand towards the rising hero, who dodged at the attack using his quirk and I'm really not fucking doing it. I don't really fucking know why the fuck I'm doing it even. Huh. You know something, I literally write the script here. That fucking movie script, I literally write that. Should I do it or not? No, fuck Flash, I will not do it anymore. Yep, I'm going to do from that part. You see, Kami was about to doing his attack, then you know, Villain got knocked out by her and by an empty lady. Piece of cake for the next world's hottest hero. Hi there everyone, I am empty lady. If you don't have to worry about the bump anymore. Money. Paper said money shot. Eh? She's getting all the credit. Izuku now Izuku's saying something. The identification, huh? Well, she's definitely got the looks and attitude to be a coward's favorite, to the people's favorite hero, and her quirk is really showy, but it would be kinda hard for her getting around so much in the city without damaging a lot of things. That means she must not be very useful. What? What's that, fanboy? You're taking notes. Wanna be a hero, huh? Is it this caught Izumi? Is this caught attention of Izumi? Izuku smiled and said, "Yes, more than anything." Oh, he, his hair got pulled by Izumi, who dragged him into school, muttering and insulting at him while the man on his side job while she muttered. She failed to notice that Izuku shaking, hoping that God that would beating him received. Will light yet this thought he knowingly wasn't at school. So as third year student, it's not teacher at school teacher said. So as third year student, it's time to think about your future, and if you wanted to do it, like to pass out your credit attributions, but why bother? I all know you wanted to be a hero. You want to go on the hero track. As he said, as he throwing all the papers out, painting everyone to show their quick exact score. Mm, teacher said, yes, I know. Your course is very impressive, but no power is allowed in the school. Get a hold of yourself. Bakugo said, now Bakugo. Hey teach, don't lump me and my group with this bunch of idiot losers. We are the real deal, but this guy will be lucky they will get sidekick to this to some blustered at the deal list. Ha! You think you're better than us, Katsuki, one of classmate says. That's good. I'll take you on. Ah, the big four, eh? You got all impressive results. Yes, maybe you will go to UA. Also, he's gonna try for national school. That school has point only 2% acceptance rate. It's impossible for him to get into. Correct. You fool better do your best. Of course, Izumi said. We will do, Shoto said. Yes, Shota said. What I mean by Shota is female Todoroki, Shota's sister. Yep, that's it. Not female Todoroki. Todoroki is a guy. Yep, is just Shota. Just Izuku, Shoto's sister. Now we go to Katsuki. Now Katsuki saying, you see why the only worth of us four. Then he jump onto this deck. We have aced at all our mock tests. We the only one in the school who stands chance getting in. Well, and end up more popular than All Might himself, as be the richest hero of all time. The people all across the room will know who we are, and it starts with UA High. Oh yeah, Yaga, you wanted to go to UA too. The class froze as they turned to Midori. Ah shit, I am saying Midori again. Izuku, who sunk onto his chair more than before the class broke out fit of laughter. Yage, you gotta be kidding me. There is no way you're getting into the hero course without a course. Actually they got rid out of that rule. I can be the first one. Suddenly an energy hit him in the chest, sending him toward the wall, sending more pain than was infected. Thanks to some of his wounds, he looked to see an angry Izumi who gave a look that he could kill. Jumping over, she grabbed him by the collar, slamming him against the wall. What do you think you're doing? What? Wait, I'm only trying to do because it was my childhood dream. I always wanted to try. I thought I told you to give up, you dumbass. You'll never amount to anything. Admit anything. If you think you can stand with us, then you're dead wrong, deku. Yeah. Here that you worthless is a mistake. Yeah, I already know that. No, that is such an idiot. He looked up at everyone, even Zuko realized looking over what he meant to see, muttering that he's getting out of the jeep as he grabbed his leg and put his head down, trying to ignore everyone gave it. And Izumi, go back to your seat. Izumi confident through still staring at Izuku at amazement. He never cursed, and she agreed with what she said. The class then continued with the glance throwing toward Izuku, who only covered his face, mentally beating himself. Just why did he have to say that? He cursed at his bullies are had class teacher and probably getting more beating than last time. He started at the thought of begging for whatever God listened to them spared him. After class, he opened his eyes, saw Izumi grab her thing, leave him, which he was beating deep breath. He was taking deep breaths for thankful the outcome, through that Izumi walked on her own. He still didn't want to run into her, so he waited nearly everyone to gone so he could go, smiling for real. He grabbed his phone and checked the new hero debut. Man, that fight from this morning is all over the news. Better write some notes down before I forget anything. Before he could grab his notebook, Bakugo took away much of his positioning. I don't know what you think you're doing, Deku, but we are not done. He looked up and saw Bakugo and Shoto is looking angry. You get the upset, Izumi, and you're smiling. Izuku didn't say anything. Izuku only stayed quiet and lowering his head, not wanting to make it worse for him. What is this? Hero and I? Huh? Shoto said. I didn't tell me you're taking notes how to be a hero. How many times you have to tell you? Then Bakugo exploded the book. Threw it out the window while Izuku only looked in horror. That was seen through the only window. The Shoto grabbed it for a growl. Captain Shoto said this and he will never be a hero. Meanwhile, Shoto was watching by the door with the day sadness visible on her face. Shoto, then let's go, Shoto, let's go. Good, turn away, exciting. Turning away, exiting the school, with Shota following pursuit. Izuku was on the ground, thinking what they said. You will never be a hero. What did you do to deserve this? He's a human, right? Why is he being treated like this? Limping away the tears, he grabbed his bag and left, walking where his book was hoping for the best. It was great foundation. After all, he got out of the school with his hair covering his eyes, while tears dropping out of his cheeks. Before pulling himself with a smile, he then pumped his fist. He'll smile widely like he always does. He walked under a bridge where his book was before coming to a stop. Then his smile disappeared. By the pond stood Shota. He realized that he was there, nervously walked toward him and handed him the book nervously. Izuku froze in fear before surfing nervously, grabbed his notebook and away from the bridge, much to Shota's dismay. Wait, I'm sorry. It was all in vain. He was out of the earshot, and while Shota walked back home with tears of her own, wanting for inhuman treatment to stop on Izuku. After 5 minutes of running, Izuku stopped under a bridge, regain his composure and get some stamina back. He was about to process what happened before a liquid of some kind of dropping on the ground. Curiosity took him over as he turned to see a sludge-like monster form out of the sewer. It looked at him. Fear overtook him. As he couldn't move or speak, he couldn't do anything. He was having a panic attack. His breath suddenly increased, his vision getting blurry, and his hand clenching his chest. I couldn't breathe. He felt like he was dying in liquid. His eyes widened and the sludge started to suffocate him. He tried to pray, but all his failed, and it was a liquid and the sludge monster made a remark. He wasn't hear it. He wasn't able to hear it. No, I cannot die. I have to keep fighting. His vision then turned shifting into well, a man died. Vision well, where a man died. No. Izuku gripped loosed and as a black dot forming in his vision, a black dot formed his vision and gave him to his tearing, pouring his eye. Wow, kid, you gave up. You gave up. That kid. Thanks, kid. You are the best hero. Izuku slam. Suddenly a kid flew off, revealing a giant figure. All Might have no fear because I am here. The sludge villain threw a chandelier at All Might, who dodged and pulled back his fist. Texas Smash. Despairing the villain, I can't hold it together, the villain said. Izuku then knocked away, catching his glimpse of All Might. All Might, then back. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. I thought we lost you there. Izuku then he freeze a look at All Might and saw. He started to hear hypertension through. All Might didn't notice. Why I'm acting like this? All Might. Ask him, idiot. By the way, I already signed a notebook. Now it's time. Can someone be hero without a quirk? Please, just tell me. True hero always have there to risk their lives. Some villain just can be beaten with that power. So no, honestly, I don't think you can be a hero without a quirk. Izuku all said anything. If you want to help people, there is a plenty of way to do. If you can become hero by being police officer, then can grab because the hero almost captured the villain. But it's fine. It's a fine profession. It's not bad to have a dream, young man. It's just make sure your dream are obtainable and realistic. Understand? Another jump away. Leaving Izuku alone. Guess you were right, Izuku. Sorry for wasting your time. Then he grabbed his bag, walked away with a fake smile and a broken smile. A distraught smile, a lifeless smile. With All Might. All Might was moving as limit and landed near the building, deflecting, causing him to cough blood, looking slowly at Izuku's direction. I'm sorry, Izuku, but I can't let you get yourself killed. If you die, I don't know what would I do. Sorry, son. Now let's get you to the police. Shit. He then checked his pocket as the bottle was no longer there in a present. Power up. He immediately took off the sludge villain with Izuku. He was currently walking with a smile, wide tears pouring his eyes. I am worthless. I am nothing. I got no place in this world, huh? Nothing I can do. It's never good enough, huh? Amount fear was overflowing as the stranger gave him a weird look as the teen was crying, yet smiling, but Izuku didn't care. His dream was crushed. He was crushed. Nothing he did, no matter. He was quirkless. It was nothing going to change. He is not to born feel joy. He was born to feel pain, yet he still fights. Fights to be a hero, but that's gone now. What's next to him? Now, should he just give up and die? He got brought out of the thought. He bumped into a brick of wall. Out of the clumsy, he looked on to see he was in an alleyway with no exit. Turning around, saw a familiar figure, the sludge villain. Oh, it's you again, Izuku. Izuku just stayed calm. Hope you don't mind, kid, but I need your body again. He then pursued, pointing his lunge into Izuku, who just stood there. Let him simply take over again. Why should he fight? He is nothing. He got no place in this power balanced world. So he's going to die. Going to die, then he'll die. Nobody will miss him if he dies. His sister and parents probably hold a celebration party for his death. His friends don't care about him, just pitied him. I'm sorry for not having a good mom, Dad. He suddenly felt a piercing back by something, but waved it off by sludge his chin before coming realization he shouldn't die. He should live. He'd be a hero either way. And cheered as he'll be the best is. He then began to claw as the sludge went further away, and suddenly his hand grew green. Black color and aura suddenly took place. Oh, what are you doing? The sludge then began to shrunk, and it soon turned off as a normal human, letting Izuku out of coughing up sludge. After a few seconds doing, he looked back, his wide eyes. The man was on the ground unconscious, looking like a mindless dog. Before he could process what happened, a voice came out. Huh? That was a part to show problem, child. Huh? He looked back to see the man in a black jump. Okay, black suit. Fuck that Sagawa. Wait, your eraser head. Eraser can nullify any type of code alongside a mutant type aside from mutant and an elite code, yet doesn't do anything on a physical level. That hero Izuku had lot of respect for. His fight essentially quirkless. A work as an underground hero. Eraser looked surprised by checking the villain. Huh? You got a good eye, kid. He's still alive. What was that? I don't know. I'm quirkless. Obviously not. Whatever you did, it worked. Good job, kid. Thanks. What is your name, kid? Izuku Yagi. Yagi? Kid, who is your father? Toshinori Yagi. He works in office. Well, that confirms my suspicion. All Might has another child. I see. Get home, kid. I'm sure your parents worried for you. Yeah, right. What was I supposed to... sorry, sir. I was supposed to in my head. Whatever. This isn't stop for one. Looked at his eyes. Saw sadness. That wasn't a type of sadness. Either it was it played for help. Wait a second. Now, Eraser saw something in the boy's eyes. It was a plead for help. He saw abandonment, sign of abuse, PTSD effect. The boy went through something, but this is all material. He shouldn't be fine. He should be fine, right? Signing to himself as he asked Izuku. Izuku, what's wrong? Huh? I've seen that look before. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It's just his duty as a hero to help others. But you're a hero. You got no time for a quirkless loser like me. Quirkless. This is rare. But I said before, you're not. You're obviously got some kind of nullifying quirk as mine. Yeah, you're right. I have no idea what I did. I guess I can nullify or deactivate code through touch. Well, as knocked them out. Then he lifted his hand and his focus while he focused on him, and suddenly the green and black electric engulfed his hand, shocking Izuku. Wow! It's Izuku. Aizawa then that Izuku said, by the way. Aizawa then took a step back as it was in shock that Izuku's hand began to melt soon as his whole body turning into a mini sludge monster. Yep, the sludge villain quirk. Seems you took his quirk, not nullified it. Very powerful, kid. He looked at Izuku, who was covering the sludge, activating his quirk. Slowly resolved. Izuku was crying, cursing his chest, breathing rapidly. He screamed his ground. Darkness took over him. His throat clogged up as his chest. He was going to burst, having a panic attack. Suddenly, a flashback of villain death happened as his eyes more tears flowed his eyes. A smile, right? That's what helps. Put a smile. This is what happened. Suddenly, two arms embraced and scared Izuku through something completely. A action that Izuku completely forgot. Affection, a hug. Izuku looked up and saw Ida started hugging him, crunching him, sorry, there was something. Izuku looked up and saw Ida started hugging him, clenching circle at his back and comfort and stretching him. His smile soon melted away as he plunged into Ida's head for dear to her, melting into his embrace. This is what it feels like to have someone comfort you. He hadn't felt it for so long that he forgotten about it. After a few minutes, then the cries died down as Ida slowly released and saw Izuku, who saw a broken boy, a boy who wants someone there for him, a boy who needs this, a boy who needs help. His mind flashed onto one of the students who had a sense issue. His parents were greatly affected, wasn't actually associated toward him. So as he talked to his teacher, it said life he thought it said help him to live better life. It said nothing. All might, what did you do to him? Hey Yage, are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay, Bhavanta, it's okay. Look kid, it's late. I gotta drop this villain, okay? I'll escort you to your home, huh? Oh, why would you? Because that's what a hero do, kid. Now come on. After he dropped off the villain, he walked home and Irasara decided to ask him a question. Listen kid. What was that back there? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I see. Listen, if you want to be a hero, yes. That power is dangerous and you need to self-control. I offer you training. Do you accept? Yes. If I am going to be a hero, then I need to prepare it all situation. But why me? I'm just you. Stop right there. You're not useless. I'm helping you because it's just okay kid, it's not pity, it's for personalism. So just come to this location. He then handed up a slip saying UA High Gymnasium. At Izuku's eye widened. But calm down, I'm a teacher there. Wait at the front gate 6 and don't be late. Okay, but why? Like I said, it's a personal, but don't be late. You hear? You hear me? Yes, sir. Good, now come on. There is your house, yeah. See you tomorrow. See ya, problem child. It's the start of. Okay. I myself really hate the script that I write. You see, I literally hated my script myself. What I did to Izuku myself, I really hate myself literally. Should I stop here? Nearly an hour, huh? Hello, last. Let's see how long I can hold it. How long the fuck I can hold it? Should I stop it here? I think I should. Okay, I stop it here. Fuck.